We every day have appointments with police.
Okay, listen. So please, so take my word.
Wallahi, it's done.
Listen. If Respect entered Islam, I know what he said to me. Okay, right? And take it from me. I'm swearing by Allah what he said to me. Okay, I can't give you any more proof than that. Okay, then if I'm wrong on the day of judgment, may Allah hold me accountable for it. No problem. But all I'm going to say to you, okay, please, brother, drop it, both of you. We've got enough issues going on.
Listen, Akhi. If Respect is a Muslim, if the main thing in Islam is you need to make it publicly that you are a Muslim.
Since
Umar ibn al-Khattab entered the Islam, the Prophet make it clear. You need to be a Muslim. You have to ishhar Islam. What is the meaning of ishhar Islam? Ishhar Islam means that you need to make it publicly that you are a Muslim.
One minute. Okay, fine. 1 minute. I'm going to ask you to be a Muslim. I'm going to ask you a question. Listen, I'm going to ask you a question. Did Nagashi, in front of everybody, publicly, did he accept Islam? Yes or no?
Nagashi.
Did he die as a Muslim? Yes or no?
I don't know. Allah Alam, to be honest, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Well, we can find out he died as a Muslim. Okay. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong. Maybe he's got his own problems. That's why he's not telling people. I don't know. You have to allow people for this, bro. Yeah. You know, some people when they come to Islam, listen to me. When they come to Islam, maybe they got their own problems. Maybe they got their own issues. We don't know. Maybe he's told me something. He might tell another brother something. We don't know. So you don't need to allow it.
Yeah, but the fact here that Respect slandered us that we talked about Queen J when we know that Respect talked about Queen J and he's known to us as a Muslim.
Okay, listen. But I'm telling you now, okay, if I tell you now, okay, that's not the situation. Let him do what he's got to do. You lot do your own thing. Just drop it.
Exactly.
Would you believe me?
Listen.
I'm telling you.
But Tirfaz, I didn't ask you to side with us, but at least don't side with Respect.
I'm not siding, bro. Listen, I am not siding with nobody. I'm not siding with nobody. I'm just saying, just drop it, leave it.
Listen to what I'm saying though. But is it not going to cause even more people to start getting on fucking?
It doesn't matter.
I don't really listen. I'm a nobody. How can you take my word for it? I'm a nobody, innit? So don't worry. Don't take my word for it.
But why? But you know what the wickedest thing is? I don't mind. Yeah, it's fine. It's done. Yeah. But man said it with passion. Like from what I've heard the recording. Man said it with passion.
Okay.
No, but what is it? No, but if it don't matter what we think, what does it matter what they think when they don't even like Respect?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That why do you have to prove anything?
What they think either.
Why do you need to prove anything big to Zabida and fucking Waleed? Who the fuck are they?
Well, okay. So what did you lot do? Yeah, when your brother was getting slated by next person day in day out on making live streams. Yeah, what did you lot do? Did you sit there and watch? Well, I couldn't handle it, bro, because both parties are mine, both ways. I respect. Waleed and Zubaydah, they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it an end, so be it, man. No problem.
You see, Respect, fam. One thing about Respect,
they're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it an end, so be it, man. No problem. They're Muslims. So for me, if it means that I'm going to lie about something and make it an end, so be it, man. No problem.
Don't think you can come over and try and tell me how to behave or what to do, yeah, and I'm going to be going, Hanji, thank you, Paji, thank you, Paji, thank you, Sasrikaji, thank you, and then walk off. If you're coming with peace, all right, so let me just quickly go on to this for a second, yeah. They're saying they don't like the way I'm portraying Sikhi. Okay, good. You don't like the way I'm portraying Sikhi. Good. Because I've never come out to say that I am a good representation of Sikhs. Full stop. If anyone can find a single video where I've come out and said, yes, I'm a good representation of Sikhs, then show it to me. What I will say here is to people out there, that especially the Sikhs like this guy, Davinder Thakkar, yeah, whatever his name is, when you come to Speaker's Corner, show them what a good representation of Sikh is, rather than coming down going, oh, Raj, you better stay at home, Raj. Raj, you better stay at home. Yeah, all right, take it off me, Pudida. Take it off me. I dare you. He said, take the bug off. Try taking it off me on Sunday. I dare you to try taking it off. Are you going to try taking it off? Are you going to try taking my bug off? Yes or no? Because you're not going to get it off me without killing me. You do know that, don't you? The only way you're going to get it off me is to kill me. So are you willing to do that? Because you better be ready to do that. If you're going to come to Speaker's Corner and say to me, Rod, you better take your bug off. Yeah. It's a threat to me. Don't tell me I have to take my bug off because I'm not taking it off. Don't think you can run up to me and think you're going to talk your shit and I'm just going to stand there going, handy. No. You come with that energy, it's going to go sideways. You come with this energy, it's going to go bad. I'm telling you straight now.
No, I said it, babe. It's got nothing to do with it. No. It's me. I just admitted I said it to her. No, I didn't. No, I said it, babe. It's got nothing to do with it. No, I said it, babe. It's got nothing to do with it. No, I said it, babe. It's got nothing to do with it. No, I said it, babe. It's got nothing to do with it. No, I didn't admit it like that. I said that when you said it for David, yeah, I said anything because you said that I was between you. I said that just told you that the way you believe in it. Get him off your back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it like, oh yeah, I'm with Queen J. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just come out with it. She said, oh yeah, he's worried. No, I couldn't remember. It's only because she said it verbatim on the panel when it really does. And that's the thing I talk. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see where Lord Young with you right now, anyway. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see where Lord Young with you right now, anyway. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see where Lord Young with you right now, anyway. You know me, I don't like lying either, innit? But I can see where Lord Young with you right now, anyway.
Thing, yeah, the biggest cuck, yeah. You know, there's two of the most embarrassing so-called Sikhs, a real one and Mr. Singh. I actually feel embarrassed because do you know how much they hate me?
How much?
They hate me more than they love their religion. Think about it. They sided with Adnan Rashid. Think about this. They sided with Adnan Rashid, yeah, when Adnan Rashid was saying basically that Guru Tegh Bahadur was executed because he was a murderer and a killer, and not because he was trying to defend the right.
Surely these lot can't be Sikhs, and all they're the biggest sellouts.
No,
how is that possible?
Look, we have them in our community. The guys have had their birthday removed and replaced with like Gore or something like that. Yeah, there's nothing in there. All they can do is just like, and it's embarrassing. You know how anti-Shia they are as well.
Yeah, he said now, Rafferty, you dirty rat.
Yeah. So what I've done,
and you got another vile individual, Luca Brasi, who likes to upload videos of Shia children. Like this guy's a vile individual.
Behavior for them, man.
Yeah, he posted a link in the chat here, and I'm telling Dan, why do you have this guy as a mod?
No, but you have to understand
why? Yeah, because Rog, you see me, I don't go around talking about people's children. However you like it. If this guy keeps on talking about people's children, something is like.
Yeah, but do you know that? Yeah, but do you know that? Respect or Fingerspect said that you shouldn't be talking to Luca Brasi. Do you know Jack with the big butt? Do you speak to him?
He's a speg as
well.
No,
Are you cool with Jack with the big butt?
No. He's got me blocked.
I'm talking to Shahid.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't even talk to the guy.
So Jack with a big butt, yeah, said to Zabida that I wouldn't even pay, yeah, people would even pay to molest you. Yeah? I wouldn't even pay to molest you when you was in a care home. Now, when you're saying you wouldn't pay to molest someone when they're in a care home, when you're in a care home, you're a kid. So he made a totally pedophilic remark, yeah, and offensive remark to Zabida being in a care home. And so these guys here, Real One and Mr. Singh and Princess Dominique and all of these people are best mates with Jack with a big butt. Now, I want to see whether Fingerspect...
See, right now, the guy's just bloody sending a link in the chat right now. Just did it.
Do you know, it's cool though, yeah, because I've already said to Dan and I've said to the non-Muslims that Witness and everyone else, Ultra Funky, whenever they send these videos, they're smart enough to know this is not every single person. And I've said it time and time again. I can always come on panel and say I condemn anyone that cuts their children's hair. I've said it 100 times. I don't even agree with cutting yourself.
The same way they will post videos of like certain like Sufis doing stupid stuff in the mosque. Obviously, nobody agrees with that. Nobody agrees with that. If you're gonna dance in the mosque, you're stupid, innit? But like, not all Sufis do.
But do you know that Mr. Singh is very anti-Shia? You know, when he tells me that I'm Islamophobic, I've got loads of screenshots which I need to go through because I screenshot a lot of him cussing out Shias. And Real One of them. So
listen,
this is my biggest problem with these guys. Yeah, well, but I'm saying that.
Let's switch it up a little bit because all right. So Raj, I remember.
And then it's the same guy, and then it's the same guy who curses my mum and said, "I will dip your mum as well." Shut up, bro.
Wait, what's that?
If he says that one more time, I will end up doing something.
Oh, calm down. Calm down.
No, because you can't be saying that. You can't be saying that to me. You can't be saying that to me.
Yeah, I know, but these are ways where they get brave behind their screens. Just let them say what. Just ignore it.
Yeah, but you have to understand, yeah, like the definition. Whenever I think about internet gangsters, yeah, like I've told these guys, like, you know where I am, you know what I look like. At least with me, like you know. I mean, you know what you look like as well, and Shahid, and like we're here, like you know where to find us as well. It's not hard. Why are you typing all day? It's embarrassing. It's been 2 years. Exactly. Come on, man, grow some tatte, man. Get out your
Raindrop, jump on the panel. Big up Raindrop. He's in the chat. Big up Raindrop, man.
Yeah, big up Raindrop.
To be honest, when I pulled up to the park, nobody expected it.
Yeah, big up to Shai for pulling that move.
Let's take it off the sectarian thing because I think to be honest, that was a short-lived discussion with Land of Celts that kind of evolved. In fact, it was Reggie who started that conversation. So big up to Reggie.
Dan, remember what I said, yeah? If you ever have any questions about my faith or someone lies to you about something or you got questions, just let me know. You just hit me on the DM in Hangouts, yeah?
Yeah, man, no worries, bro. I mean, generally speaking, I've got, there's a couple of Shias around me if I need any sort of advice or whatever. Because it does get a bit confusing, but at the moment I'm just trying to work my way through the different schools in like Sunni thought. This Hanbali, Shafi,
Maliki, all of them.
Dan, just to let you know, there's a Sufi brother who phoned me earlier when I jumped off the panel, and I've informed him about your channel, so there'll be a couple of Sufi brothers trying to jump on as well. So.
Big up the Sufis, man. We need to keep it mixed up on these panels. Yeah, some new talent would be good. Ansar Tawheed's in the chat. Big up to Suleiman.
Jump on Suleiman.
He just said, "Who's this?" I think it's who is it? I don't know if he knows who Rafferty Commander is. It's Rafferty Commander. But yeah, all right.
He probably knows who he is.
Big up.
Did you hear that? Some people were going to retire from YouTube. Mr. Singh and Real One, after Respect closed his channel down, they were going to retire from YouTube. Think about that.
No one's retiring from YouTube.
No. I'm saying they didn't know that Respect's channel was when it was going to reopen. So Real One, I got all the screenshots of Mr. Singh were discussing retiring from YouTube.
Oh yeah, I wanna say something as well. I wanna say something. Yeah. Dan, do you know that I know you don't really watch Real Magi's channel, but did you know that he closed his live streams?
I'd heard something to the effect. Yeah, apparently Real has stopped streaming, but I don't know how true that is.
I think basically he's doing like closed panels with certain individuals because lately, let's just say Afghan went off the road, innit?
Oh, did
That's
he?
what I'm gonna say. Yeah, he went off the road.
Oh, is Afghan banned from there now?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I might start going back then because I hate that Afghan too much, man.
Well, Rog, why do you have so much hate for the guy, man? Like you even said that if the guy was somewhere on the road, I wouldn't even care.
Look, yeah, I know it sounds quite thingy. Like I said, like, yeah, if I saw him head first, like in the ditch, I probably walk past if they said this was thing. There's a couple of people like that, but the thing is, like, he's gone so to the next level of disgusting. I don't want to go into it, but this guy has no limits. In my opinion, he is an actual psychopath. Yeah. So for me, like the stuff he's done towards people is just so abhorrent. I've never met anyone like him before.
Oh, wait there. Free promo for real. Apparently he's streaming at the moment. Yeah, he's streaming at the moment.
Oh, no.
No, like I said, he is doing live streams, but he's doing like closed panels with like specific people only. So I don't know.
Oh, that Khan's in the was bitching about me all last night, but he's all friendly. Do you know what Khan said to me? He said, "Oh, don't talk about my great-grandfather marrying a slave. Don't talk about my great-grandmother marrying a slave, great-grandfather buying a slave and then marrying her."
Big up Khan, man.
And I was like, I was actually feeling sympathy for him. Yeah, I was like, all right, maybe I might stop talking about. Do you know what? After last night, all your bullshit in the chat on thingy on Fingerspect, no, I'll talk about your great-grandfather marrying a slave as much as I want.
What was he saying to you? Said it. What was Khan saying to you?
I have to look through the screenshot. He was just basically lying about me in the chat yesterday. Like, he told me not to speak about you know, he told the story about his great-grandfather.
He just said it was a joke. He just said he was joking.
No, he wasn't joking. You can't say you're joking after you've been thinking. He's a liar.
No, he was joking about whatever he said to you yesterday.
He wasn't joking. Come on. You know he wasn't joking.
Right,
That's not a joke.
Right, you just don't want to feel bad.
My great-grandfather bought a slave.
You just don't want to feel bad, man. Khan didn't do nothing to you, man. He didn't do nothing. Khan didn't do nothing.
Who said that?
Khan said he was just joking. That's what he said. So
no, he wasn't joking. He wasn't joking. He's a liar. Yeah, but it proves a point that the Arab slave trade, the slave trade, didn't stop in the Middle East.
Weird donate £10.
Oh wait, there. Big up to
everyone and Dan the Man.
Big up to Weird Stuff. Big up everyone and Dan the Man. Big up yourself, man. Much appreciated. £10 slapped in the. I ain't really got a bed fun, but big up.
Where's the Englishman Squire at, man?
Big up. But the thing is, do you believe that? Big up to Jen Wallace. Do you think Jen Wallace is a racist?
No.
You know that Respect, because she left the cult of Respect or Fingerspect, Respect is basically now implying that she's a racist and an Islamophobe because she doesn't agree with him.
Aye?
She said that to him. Yeah, so she was on Veli's, and Respect was basically saying because she doesn't agree that he doesn't. Basically, because there's a guy called Luca Brasi, he's a nasty individual who made some.
Yeah, I know who Luca is. Luca don't get on with Respect either. There's a lot of people who don't get on with Respect.
Yeah. So because
that's the same guy I was talking about also.
No, but because Jen Wallace wouldn't go with the cult, you know, the cult of Fingerspect, they then started attacking, and they'd be merciless. You know, when you leave a cult, the cult member who goes against the cult is treated terribly, and that's when you know it's a cult. And the thing is, I want to ask now, there's a guy called Jack with the Big Butt who said that, you know, he would even pay to molest Zabida when she was in a child care home. Is that also a non-C comment that you lot are going to now condemn Jack with the Big Butt? Because I know you guys are all cool with Jack with the Big Butt, including Princess Dominique. That's your boy. So the cult, turned on Jen Wallace, and that Fingerspect has been saying, that what is it? That she's basically a racist and an Islamophobe. And everyone agrees she's not. So that shows you that, you know, the level that guy is going to go to defame someone that leaves the cult. Can we talk about cults, Dan, on a serious note?
Bruv, if you want to talk about cults, I don't know about that.
If you
I don't know about that cult
want to talk
Respect.
about cults, yeah, there's one big cult here that I just don't like, bruv.
Big up to let me just say, big up, enough respect to Respect. Big up to Respect, man. Most hated online.
We're not.
He's not loved by everyone, but the people who do love him for I would say the right reasons. If you fall out of Respect, then I don't know, Raj, you could probably advise people about what like a feud with Respect looks like, right? You've had like your stance with Respect has been like a certain way for a while.
Well, all right, so let me say what had the feud with Respect is. I've won. Because he's banned me from his channel. He won't let me on there. And that shows the weakness of Fingerspect. He's banned me because he can't take the truth. I am very annoying, and I cut through, even said to him, my voice irritates him. So I've kind of got like a way to defeat him by just being very irritating. Same with Zabida. Now, when it comes to a cult, yeah, the way you see a cult is normally a cult of personality. Yeah, and normally based around a personality of the person. And that person has so much control over their followers that they cannot do no wrong. Yeah, I've seen cults. I think even some people, and I'm going to agree, sometimes treat Tommy Robinson as a cult. I've seen some cultish behavior from Tommy Robinson supporters. Yeah, so I'll be fair. Like, I've met people and I've criticized Tommy Robinson, and they're like, "How dare you? How can you say that about Tommy Robinson?" I said, "Dude, like, I can criticize him. Yeah, it's a way to make someone grow if you critique him." So you will see, like, I'm not going to name particular channels or people, but I'll just keep it sort of like vague. Like, people will say press 1, and you don't even have to say press. As soon as you say press 1, look, as soon as you say press 1, they'll press it, not even knowing what the end of the sentence will be. So you will say press 1, and he could say you're a turd, and by the time they realize he said it's a turd, they pressed it. And you'll also see that with the cult, if you step out of line from the cult, yeah, and this is generally with cults, the members, yeah, will be very ferocious towards a person that's left the cult. You've seen lots of people leaving Scientology and stuff like that, and how they made their lives miserable. And this is basically what's happening to Jen Wallace now. Jen Wallace is like a test subject for what happens when you leave the cult of Fingerspect. And right now, they're calling her a racist and Islamophobe. If she jumps on their channel, they'll time her out, they'll abuse her. And these people at one point were actually very good mates with Jen Wallace when she was in a cult.
Madness. I'll tell you what, you're going to get what you asked for. I think Respect is incoming. Big up to Respect.
You can only... Alright, that's
good.
Yeah,
by the way, Roger, can I say... You might say you win like the battle, but I think I'm gonna say this here. Big up Sia, I think she's got your number.
Yeah, I'm scared to see her. All I say to see her is make sure those dishes are clean.
Why are you so scared of women, Roger? I don't understand.
Let me explain my situation. I got 4 sisters here. I learned, it took me a long time, that you cannot win arguments with females, because even when I was in the right and when I lost my temper and started shouting, everyone calls me the bad guy. "Oh, Rod, look what you did. Oh, you shouted at a woman." Then I started realizing as I got older, I was like, there's no point arguing with them.
Is that why you're avoiding Sia Live?
Yeah, because then what will happen? I'm just gonna have to get myself. What I'll have to do, it will end up in 2 ways. Well, just one way. She's gonna jump on. She's gonna roast the head out of me. I can't respond because I'm a gentleman, unlike some people. And I'll have to just say, go and wash the dishes, and that's it, and then move on. And what can I say?
Big up Dan.
Rasta.
Ah, look who's here.
Big up Rasta. Big up the Lions Den all day, every day, man.
Come on. Now, I don't talk to people that make jokes about paedophilia or rape. I don't.
What about Jack with the big putt? Then do you speak to him?
No, I don't talk to him either. I don't talk to anyone that makes jokes about paedophilia or rape. And guys, so when your niece got groomed, if someone was to make jokes about people grooming children, I would cut myself off from them as well. But you are a rape apologist. I'm gonna call you Rape Raj from now on. You find rape funny. You find rape funny. You find it hilarious. Someone raped someone and made up a title called Fingerspect based on that's where it comes from. And you took the rape title and you ran with it as if it was hilarious. So you are a rape apologist. And another thing I'd say is when you say cult, the fact of the matter is Jen herself said that she's cool with Finest Wine, cool with Sosa, cool with Fred Cole, cool with enough people from the Lions Den, and enough people didn't turn on her. I didn't turn on Jen until I saw her in Dan's chat celebrating about my channel getting shut down, celebrating with Luca while they was laughing about my children, jokes about paedophilia and my children. Yeah, and when they started to laugh about me being arrested. That's the only time when I was critical of Jen, and my critique was that everyone that was celebrating the downfall of my channel, and the little Dan can tell me if I'm lying, the most vocal people were either Islamophobes, racists, or sellouts. Betty, Raj, Wendy, those are the most vocal people. So when I saw Jen celebrating with those people, I said that would make people think she's a racist apologist. That's what I said. And I don't have to. And I'm not telling Dan not to like Jen, Sosa not to like Jen, anyone else. The fact that everyone does not dislike Jen for her celebrating about the downfall of my channel shows that there's no cult. Yeah, there's 3 people that got onto Jen, Rafu and someone else. And because of that, she said because of my mods, she got upset with my channel, and that's why she was celebrating when she felt like when they were saying that I got arrested and so on and so on. But the way you're using Jen's name, Raj, is you're actually bringing her back into a fold of something that's been resolved. So I
would like if we could just drop this, please. Okay. Like, I would really like if we could just drop this and let it go now, because like it's getting old and I'm tired of hearing about it, and it's actually fucking pointless. Like,
what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to ask Rod to stop using you using you as an example for his own personal agenda, and tell him to keep your name out of his mouth, because every time he uses you, I haven't brought you up randomly, but he's bringing you up, so I have to tell the story of why. So you're gonna have to ask.
All right, so are you taking back the claim that she's a racist apologist? No,
big up Dan again. I'm back.
Let me respond.
I don't respond. Apologist. I don't talk to rape apologists.
All right, so are you gonna take back the claims that you made that she's an Islamophobe apologist and a racist apologist? Go. But I'll speak upon it if I want. I mean, no one's going to stop me.
And
Raj, word from.
Really had to yo, Dan, can you get anyone that's not like involved in the conversation to mute their mic? Because there's a lot of background noise. All right, cool. I can still hear music coming from Raj. Raj hasn't muted his mic still. Mute your mic. Rapida, mute your mic. Raj, mute your mic, man.
I don't need to mute it. Just talk. There's no noise.
Background noise when your thing's off mute. So mute your mic. I can't hear.
I'm not. Go on, hurry up.
Mute your mic.
There's no background noise. Why are you lying?
I'm getting feedback.
So you can hear background noise, but no one else can. That don't make sense.
That's why he's got to mute up, then, innit? Why can't he not mute up? Why
I'm silent. There's no noise from me.
Right, just mute up and listen.
No, I don't need to.
All right, then you can go and then come back after.
But I can't hear myself properly because
respect what he's saying.
No, I'm not. There's no noise. I'm totally silent.
If he can hear it,
well, it's not my problem then. Not my problem.
Dan, this is your panel. You can do the order.
All right, let's let the snowflake talk. Go on, I'll mute up for the snowflake.
All right. I don't talk to rapist apologists, but or people that make jokes about rape. It's disgusting.
Cool, but you talk with racists, like you're saying nothing cool. Yeah, cool.
Mute your mic, Rafida. Go.
Hey, listen, imagine being cool with someone that was calling you a slave, fam. What a waste, man, fam.
Mute your mic, man. Bro. Go chill with Danny Tomo or something, bro. Go find some far right people to lay on.
Alright, cool. Go chill with Sia Live, innit? The one that called you a slave. Allow it, bro. Man said Danny Tomo.
Mute your mic, bro. The pigeon ain't ladies' nest.
She called you a slave and you're backing her. You're a waste, man. You're a liar, fam. Yeah?
You never heard me say big up Sia, but you said big up Raj, and he slanders regardless.
Yeah, big up Raj. What big up Raj? What's that to do with Sia? Big up Raj.
Say nothing.
Big up Raj.
Yeah, that's right. That's cool. That's what I'm saying. Shout out Tommy Robinson while you're at it. But anyway, Jen.
Cool. Shout out all the slave masters while you're at it as well.
Okay, listen. Let's have some calm. So we just have one at a time so we can hear what's going on.
I don't fucking address you, pussy boy. So don't fucking address me, Zin. Carl, turn on you quick. Keep your.
I turn on me. Go on. Waste man, bro. Shut up, man.
We're wasting time. We're wasting
fucking
time.
Hypocrite, fam. Shut up. You're a hypocrite, bro. You're a fucking hypocrite, fam.
Yo. Before we
talking about righteousness live.
Let the conversation flow, man. Let the conversation flow. Go.
Listen to your master, Raj, man. Anyway, see how they respect the channel, Dan. It's crazy how these people don't respect your thing, man. It's fucking nuts. But anyway, yeah, Jen. So what you're gonna have to do, Jen, is you're gonna have to tell people to stop for their own personal agendas, not because they care about you or anything like that, but for their own personal agendas, using your name in it. If you can tell people to stop using your name, then your name won't really be addressed like that. You know what I'm saying? But while people are using your name as some example of the Lions Den being a cult, then we're gonna have to be like, no, the last time Jen was on the channel, she was a mod. No, the last time Jen said it, she said she likes Finest Wine. She said she likes how many people that are mods on my channel. So I'm gonna have to keep
and of course, like, that's the thing, like, you keep saying this thing, Prospect, like, just because I wasn't, someone's got you, and the shit isn't.
That is you.
I can't hear, man. Someone's got YouTube playing in the background. It's annoying.
No, Dan's got background a little bit.
Hello.
That's your background, Jen. You got the background. Yeah, talk, Jen, talk.
Jen, everybody's on mute, so I don't know where the noise is coming from.
Mod that I have a problem with. Like, to me,
I think there's a connection.
That's like,
Jen, you're breaking out. Jen, maybe come in, come back out again. Yeah.
All right, so while she's there, let me address some of the points that were addressed towards me. No, well, she's gone for a minute, so let me address it.
Jen at the moment.
Yeah, don't worry, she's gone. So when she gets back, don't worry, I'll speak. So what we'll do is, like, the thing is, like yourself, I will talk about Jen if I want, and the thing is that the reason why I'm bringing it up is that you called her a racist apologist and an Islamophobe apologist because she was against you or turned against you. Like, your personal beef with her about that was separate. Like, you could say you didn't like what she did, but when you start claiming she's a racist or a racist Islamophobe, it's totally slanderous.
Dan, if you were celebrating about my channel being shut down with racists and Islamophobes, and I called you a racist or Islamophobe apologist, would you be surprised, Dan?
Well,
like, I'm not saying she is, I'm not saying that's what she is, but if I called you that from seeing you with Raj and all of these people and everyone celebrating about me going to jail, and I said, Dan, you sound like a racist apologist, would you be surprised if I called you that based upon me seeing that?
Oh, come on, Dan. Stop being a cuck, man. Like, how can you say because somebody was celebrating your channel going down, now you're a racist apologist?
This is the thing. The question is who and what's the motivation behind it, which is why I think Jen and Ras need to have a conversation. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you know more than I do, Raj.
Well, I did hear conversations with this guy who Jen.
Well, okay. One sec, Raj. So what did you see the genesis of this whole situation as? Where did you see it starting?
All right, so Jen was a mod on Raspic's channel, and she was one of the people that used to keep on calling me out and doing this, and she was one of the cult members, And then what happened was that I started seeing that she started thinking outside of the box and not going with the rest of the cult. And then I chatted to her a few times on the channel. She put fire on me saying, "Oh, you're always arguing." I was like, cool, whatever. She was a nice person, and she was very anti-racist, anti-Islamophobic, and a nice person. I didn't think she was a bad person. Then what happened is that she started siding with a guy called Luca Brasi. He's a nasty individual and he's a degenerate. But at the end of the day, that's her decision. She said she wanted to be cool with him. Everyone started ostracizing her and like being kind of like pushing her out of the cult. And then what happened was that this guy Raspberry then jumps on a panel the other day, and I heard him on Belly saying that she's basically a racist apologist and an Islamophobic apologist because when his channel went down, she was celebrating with people that he thought was that way. Just because she's celebrating about it, it doesn't mean she agrees with those people's views on anything else apart from the fact that she thought your channel, was a cult and she was happy it was gone.
Yeah.
Not because she's racist.
Jen, is Jen happy with Raj talking about her?
I'm saying, Jen, you're bringing up Jen, but Jen's already apologized for what you're talking about. So you can't use that as an argument. You can't say, is she realized it's a cult, because she's already apologized for that. She's already acknowledged that it's not a cult, and there's more people in the Lions Den that she was actually cool with than people she was arguing with. She's acknowledged that it's not a cult. She's acknowledged that Finest, Wine, and Fred Cole and most of the people in the Lions Den have different views. So you using her as an example is the worst thing that you can do, because Jen's already apologized for what she done with celebrating with you lot. She's understood how it could have looked celebrating with racist and Islamophobes. She's understood what my point is, and she's understood that most people that cult theory about the Lions Den is a complete fallacy and lie. So
where is she gone?
All right, so
can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome back, Jen. We don't know if Raj is allowed to be.
All right, so let me say something before Jen goes on. To Jen, I'm not speaking for Jen. I'm speaking about Jen, and I'm giving my own opinion on it.
That is the actual problem. You just outlined the problem. You're not speaking for Jen at all.
Yeah, so I'm talking about a situation I saw.
You're speaking about Jen without Jen's permission.
It's nothing to do
Have
with
you got permission from Jen to speak about her?
I can talk about anything I want.
All right, chill.
So if I want to mention about Jen's situation, I'll do it. It's none of your business. I'm not talking for her. I'm talking about her.
All right, let's see what she's got to say about it then.
Talk for herself. She's here.
All right. So, yeah, you know, I'm really just trying to let this whole thing go. You know, like I was upset about it at first, but now, like, it's getting really old. When I don't listen to these like panels anymore, but I can check in like once every 3 hours, and my name is being mentioned on panel or in chat. Like I really don't feel like I'm that big of a deal. Like, yeah, I was pissed that day. I quote unquote celebrated in Dan's chat is because I was getting shit from 3 or 4 of his mods that entire time. So yeah, I was frustrated. I said what I said. I did what I did. I was like, fuck the Lions Den. Big up Dan 2020. I said it. Like, it is what it is. You know, like, as far as it being a cult, can we call it a cult? I don't know, but
that's Roger's word.
There's some kind of, you know, there's definitely kind of blind following going on there. Because people don't think, not all of them, before Prospect starts going in on technicalities. Like, don't pulling me up on technicalities and wording is unnecessary.
So Jen, I'm asking a question. When you're talking about Finest Wine, Halima,
I'm not talking about none of them. Like, yeah, you want me to name drop? Do you want me to name drop?
Jen,
you want me to name drop?
Jen,
is this necessary? This shit is technicalities, bro. It's dumb as fuck.
Jen, there's more than 30 mods. In order for it to be a cult, there'd have to be less than 15 people that went at you. There's at least.
All right. You're right.
At least 15 people that didn't go at you. So is it a complete fallacy to call it a cult? Jen, that's the only question.
Press one.
Jen, if you got 15 people that are mods, that are my family, like Finest Wine, and all the rest, that never went at you when other people went at you, is it a complete fallacy to call it a cult? That's my only question.
I wouldn't call it a cult, but some people act like it is. By the way they move, the way they comment, and the way they act. They act like it damn near is. So I won't say...
And out of 40 mods, how many people is that? How many people can you name right now?
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
All right, so you had a beef with 4 or 5 mods out of 50 mods, yeah? And at least 15 of them you can atone to that you've never had a problem with. So that just proves it's far from a cult. It's just all right.
It's far from a cult. You're right. It's a dumb thing to argue over. It's an actual dumb thing to argue over.
And again, our last question is: do you want Raj to keep on using your name as an example of this?
I don't want anyone to use my name, so that goes for you, Kingo Gold, and anyone else who has the randomness to blurt my shit out on stream.
You hear that, Raj?
I'll decide if I want to talk or if I want to.
I mean, so it is what it is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit happened on open panels. People are gonna do what they want with it. I can't control that shit. But all I'm saying is, as far as me, I haven't brought this shit up. I haven't talked no shit. I haven't freaking. A couple of people I snap back on if they start shit with me. But that's between me and them.
But Jen,
like as far as
this is what you have to understand. If you can't control people bringing it up, then it's going to be spoken about. So what you're going to have to do is, if these people genuinely care about you, they're going to listen to you.
I think anyone on this thing generally gives a fuck about me. Like that's nah. Nobody gives a.
But Jen, now you're showing more about your own mentality than the people you're accusing of being a certain way. Because you've done nothing but. I'm not being funny. Yeah, they had to go at you, but you've done nothing but whinge and cry and blow it out of proportion. Like, I got it worse than you.
How did I blow what out of proportion? What did I do?
The whole Luca Bessie situation. The whole Luca thing. Like, I got it worse than you. Who blew that out of
proportion? Who blew that out of proportion?
You're making it carry on by crying about it. Just let it be done, innit?
That's what I'm trying to do, Khan. But as I'm sitting in this freaking chat room, the people are bringing my name up. So what do you want me to do?
Who put your name up? Who put your name up?
I just wanna fucking dead this shit because it's old and it's dumb.
Luca Brasi, get on the panel. We got to punch your face in.
Who put your name up, Jen?
I did.
I didn't say you.
I just say my name. I did it, and I'll bring it up again if I have to.
Oh, you won't, Raj. This time.
Well, I will if I have to.
It's okay.
I will if I have to. If I have to bring up the point that you're in a cult.
Yo, Raj, you can use Jen as much as we want now because Jen said clearly that what you're saying is a lie and a fallacy. So now
I didn't say that.
And Jen didn't say he was. What did I say he was a lie? What did I say? I didn't see your putting words in my mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing he said was a lie.
She told me not to talk about it. She told me not to talk about it. That's the difference. And I will respect Jen. Because I like Jen. I will respect her as much as I can. But to say that I will never speak about it is not going to happen.
1 minute, Jen. That the Lions Den, which Dan is a part of, was the panel that we're talking about. Even before he started streaming, he was a part of that family. Is a cult. You've just proven that to be a lie by saying there was 4 to 5 people getting onto you, and there's more than 15 people that didn't get onto you when those 4 or 5 people got onto you.
No, you proved that to be a lie. I didn't say shit. I said some people seem like they're damn near cult-like. That's what I said. So if you want to take that and make it into proof, then like I said to begin with, this shit is dumb, Respect. It's a dumb fucking thing to argue about. Like, is there thing? Who cares? It's name calling. It's fucking name calling.
Like, where is it, Jen? It's slander, and obviously, if I
slander, name calling. This is online. The shit happens. Like, people need to grow the fuck up.
100%, but I'm going to defend myself, Jen. I don't care if you defend.
Just like I'm doing. Just like I'm doing.
All right. So when Raj said it's a cult, and you acknowledge that there's only 4 to 5 people out of 50 people that got onto you, you've just proven that it's not a cult. Otherwise,
in my opinion, he can think whatever the fuck he wants to think.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he's basing you as if it was a quote, you would have had 40 people to 50 people getting on to you, but you didn't have that. So that shows that everyone thinks for themselves, including Dan, including Khan, including Sosa, including Finest Wine, including Rafu and A and them lot. Because even when I was telling them to allow you, they didn't allow you. Yeah, even when I was telling them allow you, she's not connected to Luca, they carried on. So it even proves that they're not in no cult of respect because they wasn't listening to me when I told them to allow you. And I modded you up last time.
They have to take orders from you if it's not a cult.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I told them to allow Jen, they didn't allow her alone.
Well
so,
done.
You have to tell them to do that for them to have the sense to do that.
I gave them advice and they didn't take it. Just like I give people advice to watch out for certain people. They don't have to do it or not. Everyone does what they want to do. But I can give my advice just like they can give their advice about people to me.
Yeah, and I have my own opinion. Let me speak. Yeah. Now, Jen, I respect your wishes as much as I can. I'll try not to talk about you as much as I possibly can. But in order to prove a point, I'm going to have to say my own personal opinion that you got a cult, and the cult of your little Respect is that you have these mods and stuff that you mod up, and that's like giving them a little kind of like a little cookie that they love to be modded, so they'll do anything for the mod. And what happens is that when someone goes against the grain, so you say press number 1.
If that was true, Richard, though, how come I ain't modded? How come I ain't modded on Respect channel then?
Can you let me finish?
Because you're talking rubbish.
Let me finish. If I'm talking rubbish, you can debunk me afterwards. So when you say press 1, and before you even said what the question is, they've already pressed 1. There's a problem.
Yeah,
so
but
you have to
Raj,
understand that
that's probably
cult,
because there's people on the panel who are pressing one. Like, if you're on the panel, you hear what's being said before the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
sorry, that's a basic solution.
You're not allowed me to finish a sentence, though. Let me finish my sentence, yeah?
Have you ever pressed one? Because I know I have before for a
laugh.
laugh.
I have. That's how good the mind control is. Even I become part of the cult for like an hour. So what I'm saying is that it's my opinion, yeah, remember it's my opinion, it's just my opinion, that you have a cult of personality around you, and that if people go against what you believe, they will be ostracized from the cult. And it's happened with Jen, in my opinion. It's my opinion.
The bollocks.
It's my opinion.
Yeah, Raj, I want you to say Jen's name as much as you want, because Jen has just said it was 4 to 5 people. So if what you're saying is true, there would have been 40 people onto Jen. So Jen has just proven that everything you're saying is a lie, because it was 4 to 5 people getting onto her. It wasn't 15 or 20. There was at least 15 or 20 that she can name that didn't take that position that those people took. Yeah. So you can say your name as much as you want now, because it just proves that you're going to spread.
Not really. You're actually you're listening to what. Alright, so let me.
Racist.
The only time when people press one, it's not at a question. It's when we get to the hour mark and people want another hour. So certain people press one before the mark to say they want another hour. That's the only time people press one. Other than that, when it's a question about something, everyone presses one after the question, not before. Yeah. And the last thing is that everyone before they came on my channel didn't like Tommy Robinson and didn't like coconuts before they come on my channel. So they all don't like you way before they came on my channel. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let me respond without because I didn't interrupt you, lot. So let me respond.
Got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
All right. So let me.
Oh, wait there. One sec. Oh, big up to Vindicator in the chat. Just saw you there, man.
Vindicator, man. Yeah, I was on his show yesterday. Big up, man. I jumped over there because I've analysed them.
And who else is it? Big up yourself, Captain Rambo, man. Big up.
So let me just respond to. Hold on.
Wait, say that again. Say that again, Jupiter. What were you saying?
What let me just respond here.
Wait there. Big up Jedi as well. Big up to Jedi, man. Sorry. Big up.
What's on the panel?
No, he's in the chat.
Right, so let me respond. What I'm saying about the Lion's Den is that it's really the Snowflakes Den, yeah, and it's a bunch of cult members within there that if you have any dissenting kind of view,
Raj, let me.
Oh my God, you're not even. No, why can you not allow me to finish a sentence? Why can you not let me finish a sentence?
Why are you always on Lion's Den?
Why can you not let me finish a sentence? Let me finish it. You can ask me afterwards. So I'll answer you.
Because you like interfering.
Let me answer the question.
How long did it take for you to shut up and let Russ
Hold on. All right, Raj, go through, and then Khan, if you want to get in and make a response.
So the reason I go into the Lion's Den is because it's called the Lion's Den, meaning that when you call something the Lion's Den,
it's not called the pigeon coop.
So dude, the guy's not letting me speak here. Can you have some impulse control? So when you call somebody a Lion's Den, to me that means that place is an open kind of like ferocious kind of debate place where you should be able to go into the Lion's Den and be able to challenge the host of the show and anybody on the panel or anywhere and stay in there. What's happened now? I've been banned from the Lion's Den, and I take that as a badge of honor. And also, you keeping getting chucked in the back chat. Now, when it comes to the people in the chat, they are in a cult here, and they don't know they're in a cult because they're in a cult of personality. They love Raspit, and you can say that's a good thing. Fair enough, yeah, they love him. But they've got to the point now that it's like some of the Tommy Robinson supporters who, when they started loving Tommy Robinson too much, they didn't start criticizing him. And now Tommy Robinson is in the shithole because people didn't critique him. Same with Raspit. He's in a cult, and everybody in the chat do not call him out when he's doing things wrong. Like when he doxed Zabida's full address, including door number, all the bank details, including sort code. On top of that, said that she was with his old man. She was with his old man that she was not with, and putting the picture up. And instead of condemning that, they're kind of saying, okay, Raspit can do it, but if anybody else does it, there's new slander.
All right, Khan.
When it comes to Raj and when it comes to Raspit and Zubida, I did not get involved. That to me is a beef between two friends. They know each other more than I know either of them. It's not for any of us to get involved. Zubeida is big enough and bad enough to deal with her own shit.
Carl,
and it's not to do with no one.
God. Everyone should deal with their own shit. It's all shit stink.
So why don't you tell everybody that then? Like, you know, the other people that got involved. Why are you just telling me that?
Yo, you made us sit out of our own mouth, yeah? It was Jupa, you got background noise. I'm not making it up. Can you mute it, please? Yeah? You got background noise coming through. She said out of her own mouth that the docs was not deliberate, yeah, even when we was going through the different documentation and it just came up and no one knew whose address it was. It was actually her that came on and said whose address it was, yeah. So no one intentionally doxed anyone's address. That's the first thing. So there's a slander and a lie again, and Zubeida said that herself. Differently, even with the old man thing, they were saying the most about me. Yeah, and like, let me show you something, Raj. Yeah, that it's not a cult. Yeah, Carl, we'll see what Dan's chat says. Yeah, because there's people out there that don't find rape funny. I know you might find rape funny, and child rape funny, and grooming funny, and all of these things, and you can make a joke out of it. But there's people out there that literally it makes them sick when people make jokes about rape. So if I ask everyone to put a 1 in the chat right now, if they find rape jokes disgusting and they don't really find them funny, yeah, that doesn't mean that everyone that puts a 1 in the chat is part of a cult. It just means that they find rape disgusting, and anyone who threatens to rape someone and makes a joke about it, they're gonna find that disgusting as well. Yeah, so you can misrepresent things all you want. Yeah, what it is a cult is when Tommy Robinson calls black people backward barbarians, and you say that it's not that he's not racist. That is a cult. Yeah, so you and you especially, yeah, and a lot of people who support Tommy Robinson that will never say he's racist, no matter how many times he said the P word, no matter how many times he said derogatory stuff towards people of different places, no matter how many times he said London isn't England anymore and all of that, you know what I'm saying, based upon there being too many people that look like you, and you'll say he's not racist.
Like you and your mom and your dad.
That makes you part of a cult. When you get called Tommy Robinson, yeah, for the amount that you bend over and you lie for a man about him being racist, that makes you part of a cult. So the criticism that you're putting on everyone else is actually directed right back at you, because you're the only one that's part a cult member of the Tommy Robinson movement, to the point where James Goddard and Danny Tomo, his 2 right-hand men that was with him, not you, an outsider that he used, but someone that was with him, have both said he's a fraud and left him. You know what I'm saying? So that's facts as well.
All right, can I respond? And no one disrupted. I didn't speak at one time through that, so everyone paid the same amount of respect to myself. Yeah, I know, but he's addressing it to me. So yeah, I agree. There is a cult of Tommy Robinson, and this is why Tommy Robinson has fallen. I've said it before, and I said it like a year and a half ago to people that I had issues with Tommy Robinson and certain things, and they were like, "You can't criticize them." And I was like, "Hey, you should criticize them, because otherwise you're going to get into a bubble where you think you're perfect because you're in a cult, and with yourself, you're in that cult. You're doing abhorrent stuff to so many people." Slandering, doxing, and all of this kind of stuff, and you know, you're saying, "Oh, well, I did it by accident." Well, if I put up some kind of information about someone, and I was looking through it, and I saw an address, I would delete it. If I saw bank details, I would delete it. If somebody said, "Oh, you know, Waleed said that, oh, Zubeida was cheating on me with a 65-year-old man," and then tells you afterwards he said it was a lie to hurt her, and then you put up a picture of a man, an innocent man, for around 3 hours, an innocent old man who she was cleaning for, and saying and insinuating that she was having sex with him, that is totally slanderous. Now, the thing about you don't like it now because you know that you use the premise that if there's proof, it's not slander. And now we got proof of certain things, you think it's slander and you're upset. But that's your own, let me finish, that's your own standard. I don't even agree with that. I'm using your logic to show you up to be a hypocrite and not the righteous person you claim to be.
No, all right, cool. First thing first, yeah, man can do whatever he want to do. I've got no issues with whatever man wants to do. At the end of the day, man's been building up my thing for a long time. Man can keep on building up my thing, keeping my name the most relevant on the corner. That's gang. You get me? But the fact of the matter is, when you're saying doxing, like everyone just heard you tried to put it across like it was some intentional doxing. But them lot actually did come on and intentionally dox people's dresses in the back chat, like intentionally. Yeah. So like you can say I didn't go back into the documentation and then go and intentionally dox anyone back. You understand? So you can say what you want about what you want to say, because when you're talking about cult of Tommy Robinson and that, oh yeah, you disagreed with certain things, but you never ever once could call him racist because you're not allowed to. Yeah. And no matter what he said that was racist, so you're part of that cult. You're like the main member in the cult on Hangouts. There's no one that has made more excuses and lies for the racism of Tommy Robinson being connected and endorsing nationalists like Generation Identity than you. Yeah, and
not even Jupiter as bad as Raj.
Not even Jupiter. No one that is as bad as Raj at being a cult of Tommy Robinson. Yeah, this is the guy who, when someone called him a towel head, he shook their hand off. Yeah. Yeah.
Your ancestors are turning in their grave, Raj. Turning in their fucking grave.
We don't have graves. We do cremation. We do cremation.
Sell out faster.
We do cremation.
You fucked up big time.
Alright, so let me. Have you finished? Have you finished? Have you finished?
Dan, 1 minute. Dan, you got a big panel here. I don't want to make it all about me. I know other people like to make it all about them, but you got Jen, Captain, Jupiter, Khan, Halima, Wisdom. So I'll let Raj say his last.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my piece. And what I'll say about Khan, your great granddad bought a slave and married her. You're a disgrace, and that was in the Ottoman
marrying
Empire.
a slave is the same as setting them free.
All right,
I don't know what goes on between your mum and dad. I don't know what goes on between your mum and dad, bro.
So you did. So your great granddad did buy. So your great granddad did buy a slave then.
How do I know?
Marry a slave, you free her.
All right, so having a slave and then freeing her is, you agree with slavery then? That's some form of slavery.
How is it agreeing with slavery if you're setting a slave free?
No, but not all slaves will be set free, would they?
You can't marry someone and keep them as a slave at the same time.
What about the slaves that are not set free?
Listen, if you've got a personal army, you can go and set some slaves free. So when you're one man, what can you do?
So when your great granddad went to that
if I went to Rohingya, Raj, if I went to Rohingya, married a widow with 5 children and brought them all back to London, yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
So let me.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Stop getting triggered. If your great granddad,
you can't answer.
Let me answer. Can you let me answer? Don't get triggered.
No.
So if you go to a slave ship here in the Ottoman Empire and you buy one slave and then set her free, there are still probably 100 of her slaves in the ship. That would never be
one person.
So what do you want me to say?
Name an Ottoman Empire ship with slaves on there.
You want me to say
what was the ship called, Raj? Raj, what was the ship called?
It was called
what year?
Setting them free, yeah.
What year was it?
It was a big, huge thing with a great big hole.
What year was it?
I remember it being called Halima.
What year was it?
All right.
Crappy artists.
All right. Yo, let me just come through
Tommy Robinson.
Very quickly, very briefly. Big up yourself, Captain Rambo. Big up to Raspect, because love him or hate him, he just pushed the numbers up to 150. And TNTS Greek is asking what the topic is. The topic was Raspect. He's just left, so we ain't got a topic. We ain't got a topic now. We ain't got a topic. Raspect's left.
Yeah, we got a topic.
Raj.
Yes, Rambo.
Yeah, listen. Back when you were 16 years old, yeah?
Yes.
And you was attacked by these 3 black guys, yeah?
No, I didn't say 3. I said 3 separate times. So one time when I was 16, yeah, next around the corner from my home, another time in Walthamstow, another time in Walthamstow, another time. Yeah,
was it because you were being racist, Raj?
Hold on.
Are you gonna say that because I had these bad experiences, I'm telling people I had these bad experiences?
Right, you know you lie. You lie all the time. You lied about your niece. Now you're lying about getting beaten up by black people. Where do your lies stop?
Raj. Back at the first time, how old was you at the first time you got
the Terry?
I was 16.
What did they take off you, Raj? What did they take off you?
Hold on, Carl. Don't try and run it, yeah? I want to do it like Columbo. My name's Columbo.
Go on, Columbo.
Alright? So I want to go this now. Yeah, first time you're 16 years old. Was you by yourself or was
I
you?
was by myself. Yeah.
Was you coming from school, college, university?
And I was just, I was going over to.
Was you the mother?
I don't need to.
The mother?
First of all, I just left.
Plot twist.
Captain, it's a lie. Captain, everything Raj says is a lie. Unless you see evidence.
Hold on, sister. Hold on. Thank you, sister.
All right, everything I say is a lie. So you are not a human.
Hold on.
You're not human, Halima. So that's a lie, obviously. You're a witch.
Man, Raj, you want people to listen to you, yeah? Listen to me. I'm asking you certain questions.
But I'm not going to go into every single detail. Like, I'll go into basics. But I don't want to give away all my goddamn life story online.
Look. I want to get to the bottom why you are racist. Yeah?
I'm not racist. If you're not going to go down this route, I'm not having a conversation.
You said to me.
No, I said.
You said to me.
When I was younger. No, listen to me. I said when I was younger, I had a few prejudices, and I fought them. Yeah?
And you still got them.
So what I'm saying to you, if you're going to go down this angle, I'm not going to answer no questions.
So you were always the same,
I'm not answering no questions, Rambo.
So you're always a racist.
I have no issue with you per se, but if you think you can come over,
racist with the black people, like Jen.
I'm going to be okay with it. I'm not having it.
Like not like Jen, sorry, like Jupiter. Sorry, Jen.
Big up, Jen. Second question.
That's payback for that yesterday, isn't it, Halima? I see what you're doing. You try to get, that's a hot one. You try to get me back for that shit that I said yesterday. I see. You got it. Good job.
Actually makes you do it.
Big up Captain Rambo all day. Big up
Captain Rambo all day, every day.
No, listen.
One Raj.
Where's Raj?
I'm here. Mate, darling.
I'm not dealing with you right now. I just need to.
I'm not going to ask you a question, Rambo, because you're already on the premise that I'm racist. So conversation
unless
over.
You're the one that mugged Raj, you're okay, Mother.
Don't start in the conversation. I'm not commentating. I'm not going to ask you a question because you're coming from a bad.
No comment, Raj.
I'm not comment. I'm not talking because you call me.
Can you please take off your avatar picture? It's very disturbing.
I am not answering no questions. When you call me a racist, when you start in the conversation, you think I'm going to answer.
Raj, the racist.
Raj, start again, right? Look, yesterday you told me you had prejudices. You had some former. No. What was it, Jupiter? Like you was there. I think you was in the panel, right? You told me.
He said in the past. He said in the past, Captain. He didn't say now. He said in the past.
Right, look. I just want to know this, right? Yeah, this guy here has some form of prejudice against black people, right? So
that's what you believe. I said I used to.
Right, look. Colt. Right, listen. Let's play Colt. First one in the chat is Raj is racist.
They're gonna got a million ones. They're in a cult as well here.
Yo, big up, guys. No, hold on. First of all, big up, guys, for inviting me up on here.
Big up.
Yeah? Put in the chat if Raj is prejudiced towards black people, and push 2 in the chat if he's racist. Yeah, and let me know. Vote now. And if you're in the Streamlab, beg you.
I don't care about the thoughts about me.
I don't think he is a racist.
Most of them are cockroaches, so why would I care what they think?
Who think he's racist?
Hold on.
Most of the people in the chat are tired of cockroaches.
I think Halima's
they support each other. They support each other. This Jupiter and Raj.
But she sits here with her big chin talking about everyone else.
Supporters.
Has anyone asked Halima if her real dad's Bruce Forsyth?
You're funny.
Why would we ask her that?
Why would
She's got a chin. Can't you see the resemblance?
I think
donated
that's a
witch in real life. That's not her.
That's not Halima.
Why are you dressed like a terrorist again?
Big up to Weird Stuff on the donation as well. Again, big up.
Raj, what kind of? Why you always call? Who you calling cockroaches? Like
most of the people in the chat, yeah,
Pakistani people.
Most of them are cockroaches.
He calls all Pakistani people
The people in the chat, most of them that type, and are internet keyboard warriors are cockroaches. Most of them.
Raj, look, I understand, yeah, that you got your channel and it ain't going too good, mate. Yeah.
Captain.
Yeah, and you disrespect in all sorts of ways you can to win back your support. But it doesn't go like that, bro. Like, you have to stop the clout chasing. I think you're too old to clout.
Maybe you should talk to Respect and tell him to stop doing shows titled "The Pigeon Gonna Get Roasted."
To jump on his panel.
On another one was a bee that slept with a 65-year-old man.
Raj,
maybe you need to speak to Respect.
She did.
Who's supposed to be guiding a new generation, but causes more beef than anybody I've seen on the internet. Maybe he needs to be spoken to.
Lied about everything.
I'm not going around saying I'm guarding a new generation like that.
Liar.
What happened to your boys? Like, what I should be saying that. What happened to what's his name? Manny Cinder. What happened to all your what happened to Ralph and all your?
Yeah, where's your crew, Raj?
Yeah, what happened to
how's it you're on your own now?
First of all,
where's your cult?
What happened to your cult? What
my cult, yeah, as you might want to call it, are all in a dungeon somewhere where I've locked them up because they tried to run away from my cult.
Raj the Judil.
Yeah, they're in the dungeon.
Hold on.
No one leaves the cult of God.
So what?
Welcome back, Respect.
Rambo. Just talk to him about the racism thing, Carl. Rambo. One thing I want to say is, yeah, you're talking about, I haven't said the pigeon's name in the title till he was saying my name.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Once you were saying my name.
The Raj is banned.
Once you do.
Say my name.
I can't remember the full song though.
Shut up, man. Fuck's sake, man.
Other than that, right, you're completely irrelevant. Like I said, James Goddard, Tuesday at 9 o'clock, and other people within that caliber is the only people that I'm debating.
Oh, but you're jumping on the panel to talk to me.
Oh, Raj isn't allowed on your panel anymore.
Yeah, I'm banned. But you jump and you ban me. I'm irrelevant. But you ban me.
I find
Raj is nuts.
Raj isn't allowed on the panel anymore.
I find grooming jokes and rape jokes sickening. So
yeah, they are.
Anyone who busts rape jokes or rape joke will be banned.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well done.
From your din as well.
Yeah,
we will give you your prize. We'll give you the prize from the queen. You will be so Respect, a lord of the manor.
They just heckle, talk shit, heckle, lie all night.
What is the load? Yeah, like what happened to your boy, man?
They're not allowing me to. They're asking questions, but no one's allowing them to respond. So Manny Cinder's had a few. I can't go into it, but Manny's had a lot of family situations.
I'll let you not continue. I'll say one thing. And the thing about I said Waleed said, I didn't say Zubaydah slept with the 65-year-old. I said Waleed said Zubaydah, rare 65-year-old, and that was in response to a show done about me. Slandering me.
You put a picture up though. You put a picture up and it implied it was her, and then you put a picture of her as a prostitute with 100 men lining up, and you insinuated she was a prostitute being paid to get
after the.
Why are you here trying to prove her innocence now, Raj?
They're both as bad as each other. Yeah, both of them.
No, you're always supporting Islamophobes people that have done wrong.
That was after someone threatened to rape someone's son. Yeah, that was after. Yeah,
yes, exactly.
After, and rather never see the rape, threats.
Concrete
you don't mind that.
Big man, Luca
actually laugh and make jokes on people's children being raped. Raj finds that hilarious.
All right, so that lady.
Hold on.
Let me
I mean, even Jupiter had to say that was disgusting. Yeah, and I can't lie, I have to respect you for that, Jupiter. Because even Jupiter said that jokes about rape are disgusting, and she had to even tell you that. So you've gone way.
Alright, so are you still triggered? Let me respond.
No, you don't need to respond.
I went to the Sikh temple. I went to the Sikh temple and I showed them the.
You talked about me in the Sikh temple. You're a joke.
100%.
You're a joke.
100%.
Oh, you embarrass yourself, man. You went to the Sikh temple to talk about me.
100%.
You done your beastie. You know what beastie means in Punjabi? I'm in your head.
Raj,
oh my God! I can't believe. Oh my God! What temple? Tell me the temple. Tell me the temple.
You've gone crazy.
Tell me the temple. Tell me the temple, because this is a joke.
If it continues, I'll be bringing on books and
bring them there. Bring them on. Bring them there. Bring them.
And a leader from the Sikh temple.
Bring them there.
I know Frank is back.
You're joking.
Continue, and I promise I will.
We went to the Sikh temple showing the comments.
Temple.
Yeah,
and Bill are going to come for you, Raj.
I've lost a lot of respect for you, Fingerspect. I tell you that straight now, man.
They're talking about temples.
Yeah, he went to the temple to talk about me.
We got all the Sikhs. No,
oh my God!
And what they think about a Sikh making that thought that a joke
Weird
about
stuff. Donated pound.
Child,
Concrete
they made a joke about it.
Spell check. Big up you for Brassy.
Why do you find it funny? Respect's going to go to a temple.
Let me respond. You're triggered. Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
Raj, 1 second, Raj and Jupiter. I can't actually hear what Ras is saying.
But you need to allow me to respond.
I will. But
it's not a monologue.
I've got to be able to hear what one person's saying before I allow the other person to respond. So yeah, go on, Raj.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I obviously continue all he wants. All I'm doing is I'm taking the different clips from all of the videos, and I'll compile it and we'll bring on some Sikhs. They said they will actually come on. And we'll talk about
respect. We'll
talk about how that is whether someone can wear a turban and say they're not representing Sikh while finding great.
Don't you just let it go? Seriously, mate.
Big up respect.
Let me respond.
I'll find a great group in the area.
Yeah, let me respond.
No one's gonna respond because I keep on getting cut. So until you mute your mic, you gotta mute your mic.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I actually went. I spoke to a couple of Sikhs about it. They've all said that someone that was doing that within the Sikh community will be completely ousted from the Sikh community. That goes against every tenet of what Sikhism and what the turban and what the gurus represented. And something like rape and threats of rape should never be made a joke of, according to the Sikhs that I've spoken to. I haven't heard one that said it's even partly permissible.
Can I ask you a serious
question? No. I need to respond though, Jupiter, because he's making these claims against me and he's on a monologue because he's triggered. Don't talk. So let me say something. You're a joke for going to a temple, showing them comments about you getting fingered. It's embarrassing. I actually feel embarrassed for you. Now, the thing is, I disagree with what Waleed said about Queen J's son, but her son was 25, not a kid. Don't lie. He's in his 20s. Although I still think it's disgusting what he said, you can't say he was a kid. So when you're saying this to the Sikh community about me, it's actually slander. And I think you're going to find out when I start speaking to them in Punjabi and explaining everything, things are not going to go your way. It will go differently. So you're not going to be able to manipulate them once I have a one-on-one with these people. Yeah, because the thing is, I have more context. Let me finish. You don't understand that my family and the context of my family are quite a reputable family. So although I'm a lunatic, and most people know I am, they're not gonna give a shit about what your lies are about. When
you don't have a family, Raj.
When it comes to this whole situation about this guy Respect, who pretends to be righteous,
Raj is a make-believe character.
Right, I'm gonna have to start again. I'm gonna have to start again though, Dan. Keep interrupting.
I know.
You need to let me respond here without people interrupting me.
You know what children I've got at the ages of
let me respond here. Let me respond here. So look, these people are not allowing me to respond. Yeah, this is not fair. So when this guy is saying that I'm a rape apologist, I've condemned what he said about doing this and that to Queen J's son. Queen J's son is in his 20s, is not a kid, so you're lying about that straight out. This shows you how desperate you are because you got whooped by Zabid and she's exposed you about how unrighteous you are. Now, when it comes to your so-called, I'm gonna bring Sakes onto here, I'm gonna get books and that, I don't care. The point about you is that you think you're dealing with some individual that gives a shit about what other individuals think. And it's not going to work, because anybody that knows me within the Sikh community or outside, or my family or everybody, knows that I cannot be stopped or manipulated. You can bring whoever you want and talk all day. It's not going to stop me from talking. Yeah. So with you guys, your tactics about going to a temple and speaking to the good brother, I actually find disrespectful, because what you've done is go to a Sikh temple and talk about filthy stuff inside a Sikh temple, yeah, and you're trying to slander me to the Sikh community. And this could be defamation of character if what you have said can be proved to be untrue. And if it affects my family, like my mother or anybody in my family, detrimentally, because somebody goes up to my mother and says, this guy said Raj is promoting rape and all this about children, you are going to get a defamation lawsuit, not just from me, but from Will. I'll join their case because they want information. So I don't mind. They're doing a case against
when
you
you're
anyway.
finished.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is first, the Sikhs contacted me. I did not contact the Sikhs, yeah? The Sikhs contacted me. They saw it online and they contacted me, yeah? And then I went to meet them. That's the first thing, yeah? The second thing is that...
Oh, you met them to talk about me?
Why are you interfering when Raspberry's talking?
I'm going to show you how much of a
Raspberry
ham in
start
your
again.
head, yeah? Hold on.
Start again.
This is very important.
Start again. Shut up, Rod.
Talk about me.
Blah, blah, blah. So,
are you serious? You're talking about me to random men.
Right, don't worry, you're gonna get a case of him as well.
You're a joke. I'm disappointed in you.
Islamophobe.
I cannot believe how low
you endanger vulnerable Muslim lives.
It's just like the Sikhs came down to the
Oh my God, bro. You're
trying to big up Zabida as well. That's sad.
Because you've got a turban on and people...
That silly car keep chirping.
Shut up, slave master.
But because you wear a turban, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, even though you say you don't represent Sikhs, the Sikhs, just like the ones who came down to the park and confronted you that time, felt like I may think that this is something about the Sikhs and start attacking different Sikh organizations and so on.
Are you the guy that told these guys are saying they're going to come to the park to take my turban off? I'm telling you something now. If one Sikh even thinks he can come in my direction,
like the victim straight away, doesn't he?
My direction from your
acts like a victim straight away.
I'm going to take my turban off, yeah? If you do that, I'm going to blame you. I will press criminal charges against you.
Guys, why are you dressed like ice?
No one's touching. I know your dreads come off you because you're a sellout, but no one's touching my
you've got a suicide vest on.
You're crazy if you think that's going to happen.
Call the police. Raj has got a suicide vest on. Evacuate the building. Yes, master.
There's a little talking.
Yes, master. No, master.
Do it because it's ridiculous, Dan. You're letting her get away with it.
Just do it. So I get it now. He's going to send Sikhs down to the park to take my turban off. And those Sikhs, when they come over to me, I'll press criminal charges if they try to go in my vicinity. So don't think you could tell me what I can put on my head or not. You crazy.
I let him finish though.
Yeah, no one's touching my turban. I tell you that straight now. You think you're going to get some Sikhs to take my turban off? You're mad. I'm not a Rasta who cut his hair like you. I'm not a Rasta who cut his hair like you. I'm keeping my turban on. Yeah, he thinks he can cut his hair and take his Rasta locks off and become Muslim.
Oh my God, children, please, one at a time. This shit is annoying.
My turban on. No one's taking it off.
Yo,
you think you're going to get my turban off my head? Your hair come off. Are you crazy?
I can't have a conversation like
this. You think you're going to get Sikhs to come down and take my turban off my head?
Nobody said that, Raj. Stop lying.
Raj,
that's what the Sikhs were saying
on
my
Raj,
Savannah!
God, so let me clarify something. The last
well, I'll do it forever. You're gonna shut your mouth and listen to
God, you're so triggered, man. Oh my God.
Raj, there's no point trying to speak over me, because if I can't control the panel, then the panel doesn't get any control at all. People get kicked.
Talk for that people butting in like Halima and
but Raspet was you just spoken. You've both just had your time, And now you're just saying the same thing about.
Well, give it a minute.
I don't know. I don't actually understand where this whole. I don't understand. I don't understand.
And now it makes sense.
And he doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect anyone. He uses you and your platform, but he doesn't respect you. This is why he does this every time he comes on the platform. You've never seen me do this, Dan. When you said be quiet, I mean not be quiet. Yeah.
So you have your minute and don't disturb me. Anyone
Dan.
Can't
you time them both, Dan? Just time them. Give them an amount of time each.
Disable the clock.
I'm not even going to be that long. Dan, the reason why when you say be quiet, I'll be quiet. You know why? Because I respect you and respect your platform. The only reason why I continue to talk over you is because I don't respect you. Same with you and my channel, Dan. Yeah, the reason why if I say your order, the reason why you give orders is because you respect me. We've got a mutual respect. Ra does not have that respect for you. He uses people, but he doesn't have that respect. He does the same thing on contents, the same thing on bellies, and Belly had to tell him off for it today as well. Going on there and starting his own conversation about something that they're not talking about for his own agenda. Do you know what I'm saying? So he don't respect you. What I was saying is, if everyone clocked Raj's main technique just there, yeah, where he said, are those people gonna come and take off my turban? I said nothing about anyone taking off turbans. Yeah, there was nothing about any Sikhs talking about any taking off turbans. But Raj will create a narrative about some guy that said he's going to take off his turban, try to attach it to what I'm saying, and run with that to divert from what's really happening. What's really happening is that Sikhs are seeing what's happening online, yeah, and they're contacting me. And Sikhs have contacted me for quite a long time about Raj, different Sikhs, yeah. So they're contacting me and they're saying that, boy, we might have to come and clarify that everything my man's doing is going against the religion. You get me? And it's not right. Now, when you're talking about the rape of sons, it wasn't just one woman's son that was said to be raped. It was multiple people's son he said he was going to rape. And he doesn't know the ages of these people's sons. Yeah. So yes, with one, that might be an older son, but there was many different times when they said they was going to stick fingers up bums and rape people's children. It wasn't just on that one occasion. Yeah, so that's another thing. Yeah, so you are actually endorsing everything when you come out with these rapey jokes. Yeah, and you can say you don't agree with rape and jokes about rape, but if you run with a joke that has its foundation and birth in a joke about rape, then you are endorsing rape indirectly. It's just like if someone says that they're gonna nonce one of your nieces, yeah, and they or says that you nonce one of your nieces and starts calling you nonce pigeon, and then I start calling you that based upon what they said. Like I'm endorsing jokes about grooming of children, which I could never do even to get a Raj, because I think rape and paedophilia and grooming are heinous acts and need to be condemned wholeheartedly, and no one shouldn't be busting any jokes or endorsing any jokes that even connected to rape threats of rape. Yeah, threats of rape. That's the jokes that they're busting about, threats of rape. Yeah, so yeah, that's it.
All right, let me respond, and don't interrupt me, anyone. I'll start from the beginning. Now, the thing is that I thought to myself a couple of days, like 2 days ago, I started getting these messages on my live stream saying that some Sikhs are coming down to Speaker's Corner, and I have to take my turban off, or I can't wear the turban at Speaker's Corner. And that's something that a narrative that Respect has been pushing for a long time. And I told them, when I'm at Speaker's Corner, you're gonna have to kill me to take my turban off, because unlike Respect, I'm not cutting my locks, yeah, or cutting my hair. It's not happening. So when they come down there, now I understand what the situation is. Any Sikh that thinks they can take my turban off and make me stop wearing my turban, you've got another thing coming. You're going to have to either kill me, or if you touch me, I will put this onto Respect, because I now believe Respect is instigating hate against me throughout my own community and slandering me by saying that I'm agreeing with some kind of sexual acts against children. Now, do I agree that what Zabida and Waleed said was inappropriate and disgusting? Yes, but they did not say it to children. To say that they're saying about children is slander. The other thing is about you, Respect, is that you're shook. The reason you're shook is because your relationship with Queen J was outed, yeah? Because you made that lie up about her, them lot saying that they were slandering you, and then you put Queen J's name through the mud. No one even knew what Queen J was until you did that freaking live show, and then they had to fight back because of all the slander and show the recording of you calling her babe, and that you used to, oh, I used to be in or whatever, yeah, we used to be whatever, yeah, and now you're pissed with me because I'm not agreeing to not play that. So what you're going to try and do is to try and get my head kicked in by Sikhs, and so you want my turban knocked off, and I will put it straight to you that you're instigating violence. And this is
hold on. Let me ask. Let me
finish. I've been threatened that Sikhs are coming down. Yeah, you can see my last stream to take this and you can't wear your turban at Speaker's Corner. I said, how are you going to take it off? They're basically saying that they will take it off. And so this is because of him going to my temple and actually slandering me in a religious place. It's a disgrace. This shows you that Respect is not righteous. Respect is not somebody that you can look at as somebody's example. You're guiding only people into the dustbin. You're not guiding no generation. The only thing you're guiding is a new generation of idiots. And this is the difference between me and you. I've never said I'm a righteous person. I'm not guiding no one. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad Sikh. I'm a bad this. But you think you're some righteous guy that's going to guide a new generation of people when all you do is online beef and do online bullshit 24/7. So the thing about you is that you're done out here and you know it. And the only thing you're going to try and do is to try and get to the people that you feel had freaking well crushed you. Good luck. No Sikh coming nowhere near my turban. I tell you that straight now. You think you can instigate that against me? I'll press charges against you, Respect. I'm telling you straight now because of what you've done.
All right. Well, if yeah. All right. Basically, yeah. If Sikhs kick your head in and take off your turban, it's got nothing to do with me, and I guarantee that there will be no evidence that it's got anything to do with me. That is what Sikhs are doing independently because of the constant disrespect of the turban. Yeah, that's got nothing to do with me, and I'm free from it, and there'll be no evidence that can connect me to any of that. Yes, I can show evidence that Sikhs have contacted me, multiple. I can show all of the messages to the police about your behavior, and none of them have said anything about taking off your turban or kicking your head in. I've never had that conversation with anyone. If that's what they're thinking about independently, then you got to just think about that within your own community. That's got nothing to do with me. Two, I've already said, wallahi, I've never touched no gal. You get me? So you can push all of the slander that you want. End of the day, they're like, the fact of the matter is, I guarantee you this, Raj, I would never, need to get any Sikhs or anyone else to do anything for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like man said, and I'm not even talking too much online. Like, there's a lot of mental health things that are being pushed here, and I've spoken to Veli and Dan and them man there, so you can just keep it on your thing, yeah. Cause end of the day, you don't want to implicate other people's channels into your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, and once the consequences come, you deal with the consequences. Yeah, that's got nothing to do with anyone else. And like I said, man's already said exactly where it is. Where any kind of slander is concerned. Now, what you've got to deal with is that your Sikh community is contacting someone because they believe that you are representing Italy. Everyone heard, and I've got the clips, Raj, yeah, of it wasn't just one person's son being threatened with rape. Yeah, it was people's dads, it was people's mums, and different people's children that got. And I've got the clips. Yeah, people was drunk and they didn't know what they were saying, and there was a lot of different threats of different rape. Yeah. So that's another thing, yeah. So don't highlight just one threat, because I'll just go on my stream at 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock and I'll play everything back, yeah, so people can see. Thirdly, man doesn't care anything that you do, because end of the day, there was a time when you used to be the guy to represent for, you know, the nationalism and that, but your thing is just a joke now, man. Even Jupiter, Wendy, and them lot, they can actually have a serious conversation. All you can do is cut and talk shit and bust jokes. And nah, James Goddard, Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the Lions Den. That's when people are gonna see what a real debate looks like, yeah. Because that's someone that I can have a real, genuine, even if I disagree with them, man, wholeheartedly, I know that man can have a proper debate about the actual things at hand, and then man are gonna own what they own and try to cover up what they try to cover up. Yeah, and that's been organized. It's already gone out on his platforms, and I'm gonna put it out on my platforms tomorrow. So
big
that's
up, Ryan Spin. Big
yeah,
up, Ryan.
All right, let me. Have you finished now?
Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
All right, so this guy says he's got nothing to do with these so-called Sikhs in the last couple of days. All of a sudden, jumping on my thingy, and there's a guy called Keeping It Real, keeps on putting in my home address on my Leighton area. He says he's a Sikh and he's going to do X, Y, Z to me. And obviously, they said in there that I'm going to take your turban off, or you're going to have to take the turban off. Now, I will say this here, that you try and touch my turban, you're gonna have to kill me. I'm not like Respect who cut his lock. It's not happening. So let me finish. Yeah. Look at this, man.
Yo, one sec, Halima. Yo, hold on, just to say, hold on. RS Sid has just said in the chat, no Sikh will do that, Raj. Your turban is safe.
Let me say something. No one's touching me. I'd rather die. So the thing is, let me finish because he's not allowing me to finish.
You're making up a fallacy. No one said
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Let me finish. This guy says I'm nothing, but he's gone to a Sikh temple to talk about me. What a joke.
Every time you tell me something, I figure that.
Don't do that, Halima. Come on. I don't want to do any kicking.
This guy who said I'm nothing, but last night he told a whole show about me, slandering me. The other day he went to the Sikh temple to slander me. He's meeting up with Sikhs here to slander me. This guy's a joke. I'm in your head, yeah? And you should be embarrassed of yourself that this one little Sikh here is freaking running rings around you. No Sikh is going to tell me where I can go, what I can speak about, and what I can do. If you think that's the case, yeah, you'll see me with black eyes, broken lip, yeah, and I'll still be in Speaker's Corner. You think you're going to get your Sikh goons here to come over to me and say, Raj, you can't talk. You're the only Sikh in the park. You're not allowed to talk. You can't say what you want. I'm telling you something now, yeah, it's not going to happen. All that's going to happen is that they're going to do what they're going to do. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. There's no way these guys can control me through physical violence. And if they want to start doing this shit about going to my family and stuff, I'm telling you, any man turns up to my front door, even if you were a turban or whatever, man, you are a full-on enemy, man. I would treat you like I would treat a jihadi or anybody else coming up to my door to speak to my elderly mother. So don't think you can bring in my Sikh community and I'm going to be like, oh, thank you, Respect. You went to the Sikh temple and spoke about something that is very disrespectful, and you've lied about me to say that I'm for paedophilia or something because I made a joke about you getting fingered. Yeah. Now I agree.
Is that Hector? Yo, is that Hector? What's Hector doing? What's he doing?
This guy here is equating something that they said to adults to now children. Now you're lying again.
Sing it, because that's enough of Raj. God. Your answers make me go mad.
So he's equating a lie, and I want you to provide the evidence here today that Zabida and Waleed said about children that they're going to rape or finger them. Yeah, you need to bring that.
One sec.
When you went to the Sikh temple and you made this claim about me, this is very serious stuff now. Very serious for you to.
Hold on, just to say, Squire, you've just jumped in. There's a bit of.
This will be going from internet stuff to legality. I'm telling you straight now.
Yeah, we can go all the way. Yeah, I tell you, I got the back. Right.
If I get touched here, it's because of you. I'm telling you straight now.
Hey, Dan.
Squire, one sec, man. We're just gonna get this leveled out. It's a bit mad at the moment, yeah.
Hey, nice to hear from you, Dan.
Squire, I'm gonna bring you in next time. Yeah. What I'm gonna say is everyone just clock how Raj created a straw man. Right. No one on the panel said anything about taking his turban.
Okay.
Panel said anything about.
Excuse me. Do you mind to speak to my friend, please?
No, Squire, I beg you. Yeah. Okay. All right. No one said anything about beating him up. No one said anything about taking his turban off. He literally pulled out a situation out of thin air and he tried to wrap everything around that situation. And this is what Raj does. He tries to divert the conversation to some imaginary situation that he's had with someone else and apply this conversation. Dan, did you hear anyone say anything about beating him up or taking his turban off on this? Is it relevant on this panel what he's talking about, Dan?
I've not seen. I've not.
I know you're both autistic.
One second. Ras and Raj, just give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Just give me 1 sec.
They're very ignorant. These people, aren't they, Dan?
Right, so, 1 minute. Let me explain something, Dan. Yeah, let me explain something to Dan. A couple of days ago, 2 days ago. Man. 2 days ago, I did a live stream and people think he's man. He's lost his mind.
A lovely day, gonna be a lovely day.
on now, boys. Play nice. Play nice.
And it's gonna be a lovely day.
Squire, get your guitar. Squire, go and get your guitar, lad. Get the guitar out. Squire, do it. Squire, get the guitar. It's that time, man. It's that time.
Oh, I can't be doing that tonight, mate. Fucking hell, I can't even fucking. Don't let me own fingers out. I'm on a fucking guitar. Anyway, who's that was rude, fucking belligerent little bastard?
It was me.
Dan, how very.
Yo, Ras. Yo, what you saying, man?
Conversation we was having, or is it a straw man from some other event?
I've got to be honest, Raj, and maybe Jupiter can back me up on this. I'm not sure. I've not seen the connection. I've not seen the connection. One second, because I'm Raj. Hold on, Raj. I will. I'm going to give you enough time to explain it for the benefit of Squire, who wasn't here as well. Yeah, but I want you to explain it well enough so Squire can understand. But what I'm saying is, I heard you relay a story about some. Raspek was speaking about the temple. You were like laughing about it, and then it took a turn, and you started to say, "Are you something to do with the Sikhs who were coming down to the park?" And then you proceeded to tell this. So maybe if you can explain that part of the story, yeah.
So it makes no one interrupt.
Yo, one sec. Just one sec. Before we launch. Yes, Ras.
You know what, mate? You know what, Cam? You know, hey, you know what I mean, Dan. I know what I do. I know what to do out of calm him down.
Right, let me respond.
I know what to do. Please, people. No, I know what to do.
One second, Squire. Just 1 sec.
I'm gonna do it, mate. I'm gonna do it in the next half hour. I'm gonna get my guitar out. I'm gonna play my tunes just to chill.
What are you gonna play, Squire?
All right, yo, Khan, please, just 2 seconds.
I was speaking, so I need to respond. I need to say something because he said give me a minute, and you're not talking over me.
Yo, I was talking. I asked kind of quick question during my speech. What I was saying to that is, that so obviously no one can make a connection to anything to do with what messages Raj is getting to the people that I've spoken to. Like I said, the people that I've spoken to have said nothing of this order. What it is that it's not one Sikh. It's not a Sikh.
Right, Raj. Hello, my name is. Call me Seven. Call me.
Yeah, I know you, Squire.
Squire. 1 sec, man. Squire, 1 second.
It's not.
Hey, mate. Why do you?
Squire. 2 secs. Squire, 2 secs.
Fucking been saying that all night. You can't.
No, I'm literally leaving now. Yeah, you can do what you
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Squire, he's about to leave. He's about to leave.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
All right. So.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right. So what I'm saying is, a man said it's one Sikh. It's not one Sikh. It's one Tommy Robinson supporter. It's not a Sikh. It's a Tommy Robinson supporter.
Tommy Robinson's a knobhead.
I know all of the Sikhs that have contacted me, have contacted me off of their own back. So it's not like he's in my head.
Well, you know what, mate? You know what to say, mate? Seek and you shall find.
Oh, no, Squire, I beg you, listen to me saying what I'm saying, and then you can say exactly what you want about anything, So what I'm saying is, it's got nothing to do with it's got to do with one Tommy Robinson supporter and their agenda, and Sikhs not agreeing with what they saw, with all of the stuff that was said, and threats of rape, because that's what it is. It wasn't a joke about raping someone, it was a threat of rape, and that's what they've made into a joke, They've made a threat of rape into a joke,
Do you go around, Ray?
All right, no, Squire, I need to address this here. So
for fuck's sake, Raj, give me that fucking rifle. Let me shoot myself.
No. Let me just say. Let me explain something. Guys. These guys here do not allow me to respond.
Raj, if you don't shut up, I'll start.
I haven't been able to respond as to why I'm saying what I'm saying. Otherwise, you're going to keep going around his circles.
Raj, is there any chance that anyone else can say anything?
Yeah, but I need to just say one thing, and then we can.
Hang on a minute, Raspek, come on, mate. Fucking have some respect, Raspek.
Talking till I finish. Real talk.
Right. Talk then, rather than just fucking being a monk.
I know, but it's because you lot keep cutting me. That's why I got to do that shit. I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't need to do it. If you got a good point to prove, I'm all ears, mate. I'm all for everything.
All right. So
like that. But don't listen.
Squire, shut up for a sec.
Get to the point. Get to the point.
Now, Raj has already told the Sikh community that he doesn't care about what they say, and he's still going to embarrass them regardless. Yeah. So we're not bringing the Sikhs on for Raj to care about the gurus more than Tommy Robinson suddenly, and start to represent the turban and the gurus in a better way. What it is actually.
Yeah, let's get onto the important subject. Who the fuck's Nightmare?
Yeah. What is like?
Anyone just let Raj reply so we can get it over and done with?
This is Ashley, by the way.
We're going in circles because I've got to reply that you won't understand what I'm saying until I reply.
You keep on cutting me, so you're not going to reply.
You're playing all day. Calm down. You're triggered, man.
I'm going to reply. I'm not triggered. You're triggered because of the seat thing.
Well, I do get triggered when people are getting to take my turban off. I'm not going to lie. I do get triggered.
That's a straw man.
I'll tell you what. I beat a Sikh up, once. I kicked him in the stomach and his turban.
It's not a straw man, Respect. It's a red herring.
Shut up, you little puddy dog. Boot him, man, a little prick.
I literally kicked the turban off his head.
Shut your mouth, one. I'll put a freaking.
You don't care about that, Raj. You don't care about that.
Shut your mouth. Boot the little prick.
It's a fucking story, man. What's wrong with you?
You little dickhead, man. Shut up.
Don't worry. Don't boot him. Don't boot him. Leave him with Raj. Let Raj get some of his.
All right, so let me explain why I believe that this guy is. Oh my. Respect, your jaw has been swung so badly by Zabida.
Hey, Ras, I beg you allow that noise, please, man. You're hitting my head now.
Yeah.
I'm lost. That weren't me. That was Seven.
No, that was Respect. Not
So yeah, what I'm saying is if they've independently contacted me, that's on their own thing, and all they're coming on to do is establish how a Sikh in the turban really feels about these actions, and really it's just going to be embarrassing. Obviously, we know the Tommy Robinson people, the racist people.
Respect, honestly, do you think anyone fucking gives a shit?
I don't care what you give a shit about.
Listen, my online friends.
Jupiter, you didn't keep on.
Who do you like? You just you called us all. In other words, Tommy Robinson's mates.
No, not you.
I don't know Tommy Robinson.
No, Squire, you said. Squire, you said no. Squire, you said it's a no.
You're saying that with all Tommy Robinson fucking followers.
So what do you think about Tommy Robinson followers, Squire? They know as well.
I think he's a twat.
Yeah, why is this twat?
Yeah, don't worry, Ashley's.
Look here, guys. I need to. I've got something to say here, and I haven't been able to say it for like.
I'm speaking first. Ashley is a lefty fucking bend agenda.
Who?
Gender bending.
I'm neither left or right.
He is. The one called One.
But I hang to the left.
He's not one.
So hold on, one. What's this about you punching Sikhs and whatever else?
Can I actually address what's going on, Dan? So I can because
he attacked me with a hockey stick, so I'll kick the fuck out of him.
Can I just address what that goddamn degenerate Fingerspect is saying?
Why did he attack me?
All right, look.
He picked up a hockey stick. Fucking hit me with it, so I kicked the fuck out of him. That's how you get hit with hockey stick.
Brings home with me to jolly old hockey sticks, doesn't it, boy?
Yeah, dude, can you just
listen, Squire,
so we can just
Squire one, and I don't know who else is. Yeah, it doesn't need to go on for longer than yeah. Just let Raj and Respect just get this done, get it dealt with. Don't interrupt. Jupiter, hold tight. You can bring Hector in as well if you want.
Get it done. Someone just asked me how I kicked the fucking turban off. I was responding. Jesus fucking Christ!
And his turban come off.
All the time,
you didn't say you kicked his turban off. That's a bit of a different story.
I was kicking him in his stomach and his turban fell off.
Right, so that's different, isn't it?
Shut up, you little prick! Just boot yourself up, man.
I didn't literally kick it off his head.
Oh, there you go.
To all of the people saying kick them off, I can't kick them off. Squire sent them the direct link. So
let me, because this guy's been going on for hours. So rather than him going on for hours, I'm going to say that
he's not being racist.
Squire. So 2 or 3 days ago, I started getting this comment in my live stream saying that, Rod, you have to take your turban off, otherwise you're going to come down here. And they were saying you can either go speaker's corner, but you have to take your turban off
for you.
Then I started, shut your mouth, you little prick. So then what they started to say here was, you got to take it off. So I was like, if you look at my stream for 2 days ago, I was having this heated argument, and people can check in the thingy that these guys are saying they're going to come down and take me. I said, you're going to have to kill me. Now it makes sense, because this is probably the same guys that Keeping It Real, who's from my area, and Respect has probably gone to the temple, rolled them up by saying that I'm a rape apologist and I am for kind of like child abuse. And now what they're doing is they're threatening to take my turban off. I'm telling you straight now, Respect, I will be reporting you to the police on this. I'm going to report to the police that you're trying to incite violence.
1 minute, Rod.
On me.
Are you saying that if you that a group of six can come and demand the turban back?
Because of your lies about me being a paedophile apologist, this is very serious stuff to be saying in the Sikh temple about me. Very dangerous.
Are they actually going to come and take the turban off you?
You cannot go to a police station and say, excuse me, this gentleman just took my turban off.
No, but they have a right to ask for it back.
No. Let me say something.
Actually, you fucking can, because that's theft.
Let me say something. No one is touching my turban. You're going to have to kill me. I'll tell you that straight now. I'm not like Respect who cut his locks. I'm not doing that.
For one of me.
No one is touching my turban. I'll tell you that. Any Sikh that thinks they can come down on the guise of Respect, bring them down here to take my turban off here, I'm telling you straight now, it's not happening.
Raj, he's just said. This is what I'm saying, man. Raj, he's just said.
Dan, is there any definitive connection between the people that have contacted Raj and the people that have contacted me?
I think that's yet to be. That's yet to be established.
So let me say something.
The real streamer.
1 minute. Dan, 1 minute. 2 days ago, 1 minute.
He's winding us up, seriously.
So Dan, 2 days ago, Dan, 2 days ago, I'm just going to do my own show, to be honest.
Listen, Raj. It's right.
I'm going to go into my own show. There's no point. I'm going to have to explain on my channel because there's no point talking here. I can't say nothing.
Raj, I can't do anything. Shit. Listen, Squire.
You're a stooge and a liar. You're a stooge and a liar.
I'm going to...
You are.
Who have we got on here now?
I can't believe that Respect went down to a temple to fucking
embarrassing
someone.
I don't believe it because he's
lying. My community.
And I can't believe that Raj is getting death threats and fucking going to be threatened to have his turban kicked off. What the fuck is all this? Is this what Britain's coming to? Really?
What's it all about?
Pornhub is what they come to.
He's lying because he wants to.
So this is what Respect does here. He does this kind of like character assassination. He's gone to my temple when my family goes. And
he hasn't, you're a liar. He hasn't done that.
Now he has said that I am a rape apologist and I'm actually apologist for paedophilia. That is very dangerous in the community. That's why I'm getting threats now. I was wondering.
You was calling people jihadi.
I was wondering why. I was wondering why these guys were on the panel saying they're going to take my turban off, or they want me to take my turban off. And now it makes sense. Because if someone goes to the Sikh temple and talks about me and slanders me, they're gonna start saying, "Take the turban off."
I'll bleach your.
So I will blame you when this happens because they're gonna come over to me. You're the one here I will link it to.
Listen, you little bastard! I will make your turban Catholic.
Oh, shut your mouth, Squire, you little prick! Put that guitar up your bund.
Yeah, man.
Up you what? Up you what?
Come on, man. I'm gonna turn your turban fucking.
Shut your mouth! I'm gonna turn your guitar in a freaking lamppost and chuck it down your throat, and it'll come out your bund. You'll be bleeding for a year, you little prick.
I'm gonna turn your guitar into a lamppost.
I'm gonna freaking whip all your insides.
Is it gonna be a musical lamppost?
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of Wonderwall on it as I'm doing it. Wonderwall. Yeah. I'll actually use you as a strings as well. You know, your fingers will be my strings as I'm freaking holding you as a guitar, as that guitar's in your mouth.
You need to get some sort of booby trap under your turban.
Yeah, I know you're joking, but don't say no.
Oh my God!
You're gonna take that as racist. So
Right. You know those new doorbells? When you press the doorbell, it's got a camera and you can see who's pushing the button. Get one of them.
Yeah, very funny. Yeah, you're mocking the turban. Cool, fair enough. Now the thing is, yeah, like on a serious note, yeah, anybody, whether you're Sikh, you're Muslim, you're Hindu, that you're not telling me what I can wear on my head. I'm telling you straight now. Nobody, none of you guys are gonna tell me what I can wear on my head. I'm telling you that straight now. I'll wear what I want when I want.
Wear whatever on you. Wear a tea towel on you.
Yeah, I'll wear what I want, you little pussy.
What do you mean you wear what you want? You have to wear a turban because you're fucking a Sikh. You wear what you want.
No, he doesn't have to wear it.
Your religion forces you to.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, so, do you know how many Sikhs that don't wear turbans?
Never met one.
Well, then you probably don't know they're Sikh because you probably think they're Muslim.
You tell us then. Come on, you fucking left it out there. How many?
Well, it's probably thousands, probably around 50% don't wear turbans.
So you don't know. So you don't actually know.
I haven't met every single Sikh. You do know that, don't you? I haven't gone around the whole UK going, okay, do you wear turban? Do you not wear turban? You know, I am only human. I know you think I'm a god.
Listen. This conversation's making me sick.
Oh, you look like a ginger twat.
Making you sick.
Making me sick, man.
Go back to your ginger village, prick.
Wait there, Hugh. I don't think we've met. I've just put your name in the title as well, man. What brings you to the panel? Are you a Squire follower? Are you a
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm gonna go.
My friend, good faith.
Good faith, boy. Good man. All right, nice one. Yeah, Raj. If you want to go and do a panel, that's cool. It's
I could do mine because this
Raj, before you go, anything on the wall.
Raj, before you go, Raj, before you go.
I'm gonna be over my channel. It's very dangerous.
Wait, Squire.
You're my one. Come on.
You ready?
3, 4, 5. Take it away.
Anybody?
Right,
We want to rush Turban.
I ain't got a plectrum.
Anybody? We want to rush Turban.
Listen, shut up, you can't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you guys have just really made this a fucking shit show, man.
Listen, I'm
What then? You don't have to put on the turban.
We want to rush Turban.
Then.
Anybody? We want to rush Turban.
Hey, wait.